Minty, and welcome back to some more Minty content on this channel. Not a lot going on today, but there was a little update on the blog they did for the Wilderness, Old School RuneScape. They just posted it on Twitter, so I thought we'd go over it. Not a ton. I've been uploading for the last 4 days in a row, so thanks guys for all the likes. If you guys want this to continue, drop a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, help a brother out. But seriously, not a ton to go over, but I still think it is important. But we will start with a meme. I don't know what these guys were doing. I don't know either, man. That's actually pretty cheap too. Dragon G is like a couple 100K each, so they're not risking too much. The Obsidian Cape, on the other hand, is quite a decent amount of money. One more meme here. So this is actually part of the, I don't know if it's the newer blog, but this is on the Wilderness blog, one of their post fixes here. It says the introduction of the PJ timer will kill off all single clans PKing. And then it has Modash saying, suck it. For those who are a single clan, I'm sorry, your reign may be coming over to an end, but apparently, maybe not. Maybe not. We do have some cool news in these updates, man. But for me, I'm a fan of single PKing. That is the king. That is the best. I'm sorry, Modash, that you had to be used in such a manner, though. Fits you, though. Nah, I'm sorry. You look great. Just kidding, man. So, Old School RuneScape just posted this today. As we wrap up the feedback from our recent Wilderness changes, we've updated the blog again. The second time updating their blog. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So it's right here, July 1st changes. Literally just 3 squares. Not a lot at all. This is what we covered another video back. The one that happened on June 28th. So if you guys want to watch that, just go back to the latest video. And then, of course, the whole Wilderness blog, I did cover fresh reaction. But that video is a little long, so be wary. But we're just going to cover these. So the first box says, players felt that the proposed anti-boxing measures that would come from Single Plus and the Single Plus combat zones, preventing offering bones to an altar whilst in combat with another player, were unnecessary, given that the only area that this can be done within the Wilderness is in a multi-way combat area where boxing is not possible. They talked about the Wilderness altar, and if it was changed to Single Plus, people could box for experience. If it is changed, is that going to be changed? It's multi now. They said all single areas would be Single Plus, not... I mean, it is multi. There's a little... I don't know. We decided to remove this limitation from anti-boxing measures. Our intention was to increase the risk versus reward factor with this change rather than tackling boxing, but upon reviewing your feedback, we agree that this approach will not achieve the intended results. So I guess they're going to do something about the anti-boxing measures when at the Wilderness altar. And I guess they will be changing to Single Plus. I'm not too sure about that, but it's already multi, so I don't know what the big problem is there. But here we go. Certain clans have formed communities around single team PKing. If you don't know what single clans are, there's regular clans that PK in multi, and there's single clans that would pile in on one person and then trade specs to make it easier to get that kill, because when the guys get attacked, he doesn't know who's attacking him. Super hard to tank, and I guess they have formed a community able to fight one-on-one single clans. So apparently they are now sad that they're not going to be able to fight other single clans because of the new update of Single Plus. Well, you can still. You can. Apparently, there are target worlds that used to be bounty hunter worlds that used to then be hot zone areas, right? And you'd get like a little thing and you'd have a hot zone, and that was weird. That lasted for like a week. Now they're just target worlds where you can use a VLS in. But instead, they're going to be using 318 and 319 to just have the regular mechanics of the Wilderness when Single Plus comes in the game. So you're going to have regular worlds instead of Single Plus worlds, which will only be 2. And those 2 worlds will be ran by single clans. So there you go. You guys got those 2 worlds, man. You can stop tearing up, man. It's all saved. Funny part, though, is that I do have a podcast that I share with Rice Cup and Rakesy called the OSRS Podcast. And we just had Solo Mission on to talk about the Wilderness blog. And Rakesy, during the podcast, feel free to check it out. Of course, it's pretty long as well. But he talks about even when single clans would get attacked by another clan, they would usually just run. And that's always been my experience too, that if there's a single clan out there and they're not just focusing one person, they're usually logging out. You can see these clips on Twitter posted as well, because a lot of these clans like rat other clans and discords and leaks, and they record the reactions. So when they get logged in upon, they'll start screaming on Discord, "Hey, dude, logging in on Max, help, help, help," and everyone will scatter. So I don't know why they want to fight each other. These clans weren't built to fight other single clans. They were just built to fall in on each other, but at least you'll have 2 worlds, man. 318 and 319. So that's probably the biggest thing so far. And then they added, for some reason, this thing about Ultimate Ironman. Ultimate Ironman players have raised concerns that the introduction of Single Plus impacts the strategies they utilize to fill and obtain looting bags. First off, who cares? Sorry, I'm not an Ultimate Ironman. I personally would think it'd make it easier, right? If you box someone and then suicide, or I don't know, maybe they could take you from a monster. A lot of people like to suicide at thugs in the Edgeville dungeon. So Single Plus comes in, they could PJ them and kill them easier. But I mean, dude, it's an Ultimate Ironman. You want harder game modes, dude. So that's weird. That's kind of dumb. I guess they could just go to 318 and 319 and do it though, right? So there you go. Problem solved, if there was even a problem. So very small changes. I'll keep you guys updated if there's any more Wilderness blog changes. Hopefully soon we'll have a Wilderness blog with the monsters, or not the monsters, but the Wilderness bosses, and an update to that. I'll be looking forward to that. But until then, I'll be chilling either way. Hopefully you enjoyed some of these updates, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.